How do you respond to the allegations that you are now an open Coomer, that until recently it is Coomer status in a veil of tradconism?
An open Coomer. Was I a closed Coomer before?
Evidently, that's what I've been reading.
Okay, so the allegations that I'm an open Coomer. Is there a standing definition of Coomer, or is it a sitting definition because it's very feminine?
I don't know. I don't know what any of that means, to be honest.
I don't either. I like sex a lot. That's the thing that's true. Is that weird?
I mean, do you like sex with men?
I've never tried.
I mean, that would be abnormal.
Right. Like, I don't think so.
But what if they're black men?
No,
Because
I'm not into that. I'm very racist.
Well, after a recent vacation, you had 2 new Instagram follows, in fact.
Yeah, I did.
2 well-endowed black men, employees of Hedonism too, so I've heard.
They're well-endowed?
That's what I've heard.
Holy shit, are there pictures of their penises somewhere?
There could be. They might have some... I mean, I think it's generally women that have OnlyFans accounts, but they might have some stuff on there. They could be pornographers for all we know.
That'd be funny. I have no idea. So wait, okay. So what's the allegation?
That you're a Coomer, that you follow people on Instagram.
I do follow people on Instagram. That is true.
And that evidence is used to accuse you of being I think they said you're a liar or something like that. Or you're trying to hide your vacation location.
Hide my vacation location? I didn't disclose my vacation location at all.
Well, people have their silly theories, and they're fun to read.
Yeah, I agree. They are fun to read. As for whether or not I'm a Coomer, I guess it depends on the definition of what a Coomer is. I don't actually know.
Do you masturbate?
I have masturbated in the past, and I will likely masturbate at some point in the future. Probably soon. I'm going to guess.
I want to say it's somebody who masturbates at least twice a day.
Oh, I don't think I can manage that. I'm old now. No, I mean, I don't know. Masturbation's like a thing, I guess. I don't do it as often as would probably be, delightful, but it's something that I think is a part of most people's lives, if they're honest. Am I a Coomer? I don't know. So here I can define it this way, or I can state it this way. I really like sex. I'm in a monogamous sexual relationship in my marriage, and my wife is too. Like, that's how we've been since we met. I mean, we didn't enter a sexual relationship when we met, but since we were married, so that's been a thing forever. I used to watch a lot of porn, so I have a decent knowledge of it, and I will defend it as a First Amendment protected art. Some people don't like that. But other than that, I don't go around having sex with anybody other than my wife, and neither does she. I don't watch as much porn as I used to. I actually try not to watch any, but I'm a flawed human, and sometimes I like tits.
And yeah, you just slip up a little bit here and there. I understand.
Yeah, but it's it's been a conscious decision over the past several years to reduce the amount, because I think it does produce unhealthy sexual expectations and results, and I do see it as a very minor violation of a marriage, for sure. But in general, like, that's about it. I don't have much else to say. As for following people on Instagram or whatever, I meet people all over the world. I travel a lot, and it's an interesting thing to talk to people and get to know them. What people will infer from who I follow, from who I meet, from who I talk to, is up to them, unless they're actually privy to the conversations, which are usually not very interesting to most people. They're often about things like anime or law or YouTubing. So
anybody that says anything about cuckoldry or swinging or big black bulls, it's all false.
Neither I can very, very definitively say neither I nor my wife have ever had sex with a black person, male or female.
All right. Well, I'm sure Kiwi Farms will clip this.
I mean, if
There's
they
one.
want to clip me saying that neither of us have had sex with a black person, I that's not the worst clip out there. I guess I could be accused of bigotry. But again, we have been in a strictly monogamous sexual relationship for, let's see, we've been married 19 years. So 19 years plus like a year of, being engaged, I guess. And we were both virgins when we met. So I don't know what to tell people. Our sexual life outside of each other is not very interesting. But the theories about it are
But
fun.
I was seeing this thing about you building a sex dungeon. That seems interesting.
Man, I wish I was, but I'm not. It's a funny joke.
Yeah, I figured it was. You were very, very intoxicated at the time.
The story of my life lately. No, I mean, in theory, these things would be fun to have, but you got kids. Man, you can't just fucking have a second. Oh my God. Where would you put it?
I don't know. According to this post, it said you were going to build it up to your kids' room, but they wouldn't know about it. It'd be hidden, and you'd put St. Andrew's crosses in it. And I don't know what else.
Dude, some people take jokes and take them a little farther or whatever, but yeah, we have a very normal, mundane house that most of the room is devoted to all of the shit we have collected over a long life together. So, and furniture, because women buy a lot of furniture. Right. But no, you know what? This is part of being a public person on the internet. People will take what you say, whether in seriousness or in jest, and they'll develop theories about it. And there's not much you could do. You could deny stuff, and people would go, "Oh, he's lying." It's like, well, I don't know what's saying, man.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. But I can confidently say, monogamous sexual relationship with my wife for the past, I guess it's 20 years and some change, considering from when we met to now. And neither of us have ever had sex with a black person.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be 6 pages trying to debunk this soon.
They can try. Yes, it's fine. What I find really interesting about this is specific to black people, and I'm noticing a trend on the internet of people who are very, very intimidated by the idea of having a black man around their partner. They think that, one, the black man is incapable of not fucking a white woman, and that similarly that any white woman is automatically going to have sex with any black man who's in close proximity. And I just wonder how those people have been hurt. But one thing I do know from knowing several black men, like Drexel, and if people know CJ and stuff from the Dick Show, it is funny how many like messages they actually get from guys who are like, "Will you come fuck my wife?" It is becoming a very weird push towards a mainstream thing of like the black guy cuckoldry fantasy. But that's never been on either of our lists.
Yeah, I thought it was a meme. I didn't realize that it was actually some
it's disturbingly common. It's disturbingly common. And so maybe that fuels the speculation, but no, to be honest, that shit's been around speculation since Drexel first came on my show. People are like,
I would guess, yeah.
And they're like, dude's fucking his wife. It's like, oh my God, I've been friends with this man for fucking 25 years. He doesn't do that. Again, what people will say on the internet and what's true don't always line up, but you can't really fight it. There's not much point in arguing against it. I can always just say what I do, what I have done, what I've not done, and people can take it for what they will. I shared a lot about our life that in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have talked about it because it drew a lot of interest and a lot of speculation about us. And I can say that the overwhelming majority of it is not correct. But I had intentions that were good. I had an idea that, again, and I talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the show tonight, that you could kind of counter the narrative that being in a marriage will end up in a dead, sexless relationship. And that backfired with people speculating that because I talked about sex, that meant that we were engaged in some wild open marriage stuff, which is, it's just not true. As interesting as that might be,
Yeah, it's
for
some
people.
weird insecurity shit, some projection shit is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I have
On
no
their end.
idea. I know, and I know I also pissed a lot of people off, and so that will color their perception of me forever. And that's, that's the name of the game. I can't do anything about it. Sorry, guys. I didn't actually mean to piss you off. It was all in good fun, but
Yeah, I mean, as an observer, it's highly entertaining, but I'm sure
oh yeah.
as the person that's on the receiving end of it, it's going to get very
Hindsight being what it is, I would prefer, just because people say a lot of nasty shit, mostly about her. I think to try to get to me, but I would prefer that not be the case, but you can't undo what was done. And so now, I've tried to refocus my show away from that topic in general, because again, people use that as fuel to say really, really awful shit about someone who doesn't deserve it. People can say awful shit about me all day. I deserve it. I put myself out there. She really doesn't. She used to a little bit to like come on the show and hang out, and people took that and really turned it into a nasty thing. So unfortunately, that's the reality, and that's my fault. And I wish it wasn't so, but it is. Sucks. But that's that. You can't stop the internet from doing what it does.